How's up, y'all? I was cracking like in this D. About to react to this vid by Child Munch. This is Liars, Killers on Camera Before Arrest. So, these people were on camera lying about being killers, lying about clapping niggas, and then they end up getting exposed and got arrested later on. Is what I'm assuming. That's what it sounds like, and that's what it looks like for me skimming through this video. But this shit is wild. Let's see exactly what happens. Let's watch.
He told the reporter he was surprised a dead body was found in the creek across from his home.
Nigga, you ain't surprised.
What the hell's going on? I had no clue.
But police claim Matthew Haverly knew exactly what was going on. Authorities say the body was his mother's, 60-year-old Patricia Haverly.
Oh,
now
no, you
he
fucking lying.
is charged with murder and abusing a corpse. In the interview, he came up with every hypothesis
That's your
in the
mama.
book.
I think it was kind of a hit.
This
Maybe
hair,
something
though.
happened. Something went bad.
You deserve to go to prison for that as well.
This is like a rural area.
This little baby.
So they just wanted
he got that little swoop that those little bald head white babies be having, and it's not giving what it's supposed to. But whatever. Go to
plant
jail,
the
son.
body somewhere else. It would be like a place where people from the city would want to put a body because most
People like you.
wouldn't be found.
He even addressed
Psycho.
how his mother would feel.
I'm guessing like my mother,
The
she would be
audacity.
concerned. And probably a lot of the other neighbors would be concerned.
An autopsy shows his mother died from head trauma. Haverly is being held without bail and has not
Sick.
yet entered a plea.
Police say once Terrell Rhodes knew he was
Look at
caught
that
in a
dude.
lie, he changed
crazy
his
as
story
hell.
and then confessed
slow.
to killing Amari Nicholson. Amari was just 2 years old. Police say
no,
Rhodes drew a map
not the
to show where he
baby.
put Amari's body.
Yeah, he's slow. Look at
Investigators
how this
found the
nigga draw.
child's remains the next day.
If anybody got them, bring them back.
Wow, you went
Anybody know
on the
anything, let
news.
us know.
Daddy loves him.
Bitch, shut up. You went on it too. And he got the nerve to have blessed on his arm. Blessed by the devil? This is sick.
People is making this a finger pointing game, and this is not a finger pointing game. My son is really missing. Bring our son back wherever you at. Bring him back like immediately.
Y'all should have known, because who
I ain't seen
chuckles
nothing.
like this
What's really sickening is that
when their kid is
people
missing?
making assumptions, thinking that I have something to do with it, that I have her manipulated in some way, which that's sickening to me also, because
Life.
we
Life in prison. No, death penalty.
Rhodes is currently at the Clark County
That is
Detention
fucking
Center
sick.
facing charges for murder, attempted murder, assault on a protected person, and resisting an officer. Those charges are related to Rhodes grabbing an officer's gun in the interview room. Yeah, Terrell Rhodes faces a murder charge and now additional charges, including attempted murder after he grabbed the homicide detective's gun. Metro police say he had just
hit his
confessed to
ass.
killing 2-year-old Amari Nicholson.
Chris Watts allegedly
That shit was
strangled his pregnant
wild.
wife Shanell to death and then smothered his 4 and 3-year-old daughters Bella and Celeste. Following clip is from the 16th of August 2018, 3 days after Chris had
What the
allegedly killed his
fuck?
whole family.
I just want them back. I just want them to come back. And if they're not safe right now, that's what's tearing me apart. Because if they are safe, they're coming back. But if they're not, this has got to stop. Like, somebody has to come forward.
Did you guys get
Are you serious? This is
We
wild.
had an emotional conversation, but I'll leave it at that. But it's I want everybody to just come home. Right, wherever they're at, come home.
Noticing a trend. Both these killing ass niggas is chuckling. Nobody would chuckle if their loved ones are missing. So y'all look guilty as fuck already. But there's a special place in hell for these people. What? Your pregnant wife and your two...
That's what I want. Shanann, Bella.
I just can't
Celeste, you're out
understand
there.
this level of
Just come
evil.
back. Like,
I don't get it.
Somebody has her. Just
Like how?
please bring her back. Like, I want them safe, and
And
I
he
want
kind of
them here.
smiling.
Like, this house is not the same. I mean, last night was traumatic.
raw drama in court as the cold-hearted killer who murdered his pregnant wife and 2 daughters is sentenced. When it was time to hear his fate, Watt's legs shook uncontrollably beneath the defense table.
The court is going to sentence you, sir, to life in the Colorado Department of Corrections.
Death.
With no possibility of parole.
On the 5th of May 1997, 8-year-old Jamie Lavis boarded a 219 bus in Manchester and was never seen again.
28-year-old Darren Vickers was a local bus driver who lived just 3 streets away from the Lavis family. He told the family and later the police the boy he now knew to be Jamie had spent virtually all day on his 219 bus. Over the coming days and weeks, with still no sign of the missing Jamie, bus driver Darren was becoming extremely close to the Lavis family. He started acting almost as the unofficial spokesperson for the family, conducting press conferences and speaking on their behalf
And
when
the
they
whole
couldn't
time
face
he
the
the fucking
media.
killer.
One officer described him as being like the kingpin of the family. They saw him as a pillar of strength.
We just got close. It's like one big close family now because we've been out basically 24
People are
hours a day.
fucking sick,
All
bro.
of us involved looking for Jamie. Could never dream of it. A young child on the bus like that, just going missing. It's just unbearable to think about. It's just a nightmare for everyone. Somebody out there's got to be sick keeping a child of that age.
Nigga, it's you.
It shouldn't be done. If you had any respect, just hand him over to the nearest police station. Just let the child go in. Just let you come home. It's not in trouble. It's not nothing.
I'm baffled.
Somebody somewhere knows where Jamie is.
Sharing facts
the
and
acting.
updates with the family had become almost impossible because the information would always get back to Darren. One inspector said that Darren had become so involved with the family the Lavises trusted him more than they did the police. 3 weeks after Jamie was reported missing, on the 24th of May, officers brought Darren in for questioning. The Lavis family were appalled that he could even be considered a person of interest, let alone a suspect. This was a man they had let into their home, and someone that was spending every waking moment helping them look for their missing boy. The Lavis family waited outside the station for him and threw a party when he was allowed home.
Wow.
They were all so upset and angry at the implication that he could have been involved.
Wow.
I've got nothing to do with the abduction of James Lavis.
This man is disgusting.
And I've got the backing of the Lavis family.
After his house was searched, Darren even moved in with the Lavis family.
Okay,
Some teenagers had recognised his face from the news and went straight to the police with some disturbing stories to tell. They said Darren had tried to lead them into some woods late one night. One of the boys said that Darren had shown him a picture of young Jamie and then pointed ahead saying, "I think that's him." Darren started walking away and the teen quickly turned and ran. It was also later revealed that Darren had taken Jamie's older brother, 11-year-old John, into some woods and given him a cigarette. He said to John that this was where his brother was, and if he didn't behave himself, this was where he would end up too. 2 years since the story broke about the missing Jamie, at Manchester Crown Court, Darren Vickers was unanimously found guilty. After the guilty verdict came in, he finally admitted to abducting, sexually abusing and murdering Jamie. In 2014, Darren Vickers was attacked in prison with a hammer, suffering 3 skull fractures and broken bones in his hand.
That's it.
This is the face of a killer. His name is Mitchell Quine.
That is just another level of sick. Are you serious? Like, I can't understand the mentality of a person like this. And I know this fucked up his family to realize that, but I don't know why they thought this was normal behavior anyway, but I ain't gonna...
He was sentenced to life
I ain't gonna blame
imprisonment.
them.
Might as well have a murderer wrote across my forehead.
This is his victim, his wife, Lindsay Quine, age 21, and the mother of 2 young children.
You think you know a
She was
nigga.
brutally murdered. For 18 months, Mitchell Quine arrogantly denied his guilt. He lied to the police, the press, and to Lindsay's family.
I know the truth. I'm the only one that does know the truth.
We spent the last months of Mitchell Quine's freedom documenting the life of a prime suspect who thought he'd got away with murder.
Did you kill Lindsay? I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to answer that question because I don't need to. You make up your own mind, because eventually everyone will find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out you're a murderer.
It breaks my heart because I don't know if one day I'm going to have to turn around to Robin and say, look,
some psycho's killed your mum. You know, I wouldn't put it exactly like that. But I'm not a psychopath. Do I look like a psychopath?
Yes,
but what does a
motherfucker.
psychopath look like?
You!
Yourself.
These Bugs Bunny
you've
ass
got this
teeth.
finger of
I
suspicion
hate
pointing
people.
at you. You've got this big question mark over your head, and I mean, I know you feature on local television and you've been interviewed there. And obviously the question has to be put, and I know what your answer's going to be, but I mean,
thought
did you
I heard something.
No, I just wish someone had listened to me.
Why do you think they seem to be so convinced that you're, what do they call you, a legitimate suspect?
Well, I suppose they say the husband's always the suspect.
Well, he sent me this, and it's not even my hair colouring. And here I am, as a senior investigating officer, trying to find this man's missing wife. And he's really goading me.
Mitchell Quay had been a prime
With some
suspect
box-
for 16 months and thought he'd beaten the
Wow.
police. But his
Who's that?
arrogance was about to be finally dented.
Am I still under suspicion of murder? I mean, am I still a suspect in this murder inquiry? Is there any other suspect? I mean, I'm not asking for names.
What more can anyone do to me? Nothing. I've been dragged through the newspapers, a few of the nationals, I've been on the television, I've been on Richard and Judy, and now I'm doing this, and I've gone beyond caring what people think of me. I've said my bit. If people don't believe what I'm saying, it's tough. I don't care anymore. I know the truth. I'm the only one that does know the truth. Serious, you know what I mean?
Go to jail. Where's the part where this nigga go to jail?
There, here.
He'd spent 36 hours of no comment, and then, when he decided to tell everything, we just couldn't shut him up. Not only had he admitted the offence, that he'd indicated areas where Lindsay's body was deposited, and it was only then it started to dawn on me that he'd actually cut her up.
Mitchell Quay was convicted of murdering Lindsay and sentenced to life in prison.
After he did all that. Yes, bastard. This is fucking sick. What is wrong with people? Like, I don't understand. And then you killing your kids, your spouses, your mama? Like, what? It's one thing to kill a random nigga on the street. I ain't saying do that either. Okay, that sounds terrible. Don't do that either. But people close to you is just like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, this was really sick. This was darker than I expected it to be. Goddamn. I need to look up a couple of these cases, though, because they're kind of interesting, but sick. Very sick and dark. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye!